278,000 outboard buyers got new engines in 2024, but sales crashed 7.6%. These are the 6 worst-selling outboards in the United States right now, and buying any of them is a big financial mistake. One legendary brand went completely out of business, leaving thousands of owners stranded with orphan engines. A Japanese manufacturer faces a class action lawsuit over exhaust corrosion that destroyed engines after warranties expired. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which outboards to avoid. Mercury Marine, the biggest American engine maker, cut 250 jobs and sent home 1,700 hourly workers because boat companies stopped ordering engines. The propulsion division saw sales collapse 23%. Experts say the market will not recover until late 2027. Let's get into it. Please subscribe if this video is helpful. Yamaha F225 models, manufactured from 2000 to 2005, have a devastating design flaw that Yamaha refuses to fix. The first generation, 4-stroke F225 experienced severe and unusually fast dry exhaust corrosion after only 500 to 700 hours of use. Hot exhaust gases corrode the exhaust tube and oil pan so badly that engines lose horsepower, smoke, and fail completely. A class action lawsuit alleges Yamaha knew about this problem. Seattle resident George Williams used his F225 for only 650 hours before internal corrosion caused an oil leak, costing $3,011. North Carolina resident Lorenda Overman operated her F225 for only 512 hours before a rotten exhaust tuner caused failure at sea and required a rescue. San Diego owner Steve Oettigen discovered corrosion at 500 hours during a boat sale. Smoke rose from one engine and repairs would cost $20,000, forcing him to spend $31,337 for 2 new F225 outboards. Yamaha created a parts kit, but Yamaha only covered engines still under warranty, leaving most owners with repair bills, while the problem appeared right after the 3-year warranty expired. Suzuki 4-stroke 90 horsepower models from 2002 to 2007 suffer from internal exhaust passage corrosion caused by a steel plug contacting aluminum. Owners report engines failing after 5 years and 350 hours, facing repair bills of $2,000 to $2,500. The steel plug corrodes the aluminum engine holder, causing exhaust leaks into the cowling, triggering a 3-2 warning alarm and engine shutdown. Unlike competitors who issued recalls, Suzuki refused to take responsibility and forced customers to pay for repairs themselves. Multiple owners on forums describe Suzuki continuously snubbing customers who trusted the brand. One owner, a 2001 DF90, had the plug fall out at 500 hours, revealing corrosion all the way through to the engine mount bolt section. Suzuki dealers admit they see exhaust leaks, but will not elaborate because they want the repair business. Forum posts describe owners spending $200 for welding repairs after Suzuki denied warranty coverage. The problem affects DF90, DF115, and DF140 models made before 2008, when Suzuki finally redesigned the engine holder. Honda BF225 models, when used in commercial service, experience catastrophic valve failures at around 2,500 hours. The cylinder heads can separate from the valves, and when that happens, the engine is destroyed. Multiple owners report sudden failures after high RPM use. One theory suggests Honda 2-piece valves made by inertia welding undergo metallurgical changes, causing embrittlement. One owner's BF225 failed at 5,000 RPM and 20 pounds per square inch water pressure right after a factory recall. The engine rattled and shut down. Inspection revealed a broken valve in the number 4 cylinder, which destroyed the piston. The motor had fewer than 250 hours. In addition to valve issues, Honda BF225 and BF250 models have documented thrust washer and number 3 main bearing failures, leading to catastrophic engine damage. Honda issued a service bulletin for engines within specific serial number ranges, with symptoms like low oil pressure alerts, engine protection mode, and limited RPM. Thrust washers can become pinched, creating heat and causing failures. One owner's 2017 BF250 needed a new short block at 500 hours, costing $9,000, with parts on backorder. Another BF225 owner replaced the lower unit in 2015 due to corrosion for $1,600, just outside the warranty period. By 2017, a hole appeared in the block, and Honda estimated $8,000 for repairs. Commercial users in Indonesia report thrust washer problems after just 200 hours of heavy use, with overhauled engines lasting under 200 hours. Mercury Verado models from 2004 to 2007 had multiple serious design flaws before the Design 2 came out in 2008. The original oil squirter block design restricted horsepower to 275 maximum. One main problem was engines jumping timing, leaving owners stranded. The bell crank would seize up and stick, causing loss of shifting control. Ignition coils with black covers on the back failed intermittently, whether hot or cold. The 4.83-inch diameter gear case started failing more often as engines got more horsepower and went on bigger boats. Mercury later upgraded to 5.44-inch diameter gear cases. Better Business Bureau complaints describe brand new Mercury 150 engines blowing up twice in one season, with Mercury blaming bad fuel every time without proof. 250 horsepower models have oxygen sensor problems, needing replacement annually at $50 to $300 each because Mercury designed them in a location that causes premature failure. One owner reported their trim pump assembly back-ordered indefinitely, with no time frame on a brand new 2025 boat still under warranty, forcing them to pay overnight shipping. Evinrude invented the outboard motor in 1909 and powered boats for over 100 years. In May 2020, parent company BRP shut down all Evinrude production immediately, leaving 650 workers jobless and thousands of customers stranded with orphan engines. Evinrude made a fatal strategic mistake by never switching to four-stroke engines when the market demanded them. By 2019, Evinrude held less than 5% of the North American market, down from 20% in the mid-2000s. The company had too many overlapping engine models that did not add value, with two different 200 horsepower versions and multiple 150 models competing against each other. Dealers reported waiting 6 months for 30 horsepower models, while Yamaha could ship next week. One owner ran a 2016 300 horsepower G2 and called it the worst motor ever owned, with 3 shop trips in one season for over $11,000 in warranty work, each repair taking 2 to 3 weeks. Parts availability became a nightmare. One owner waited from July 2022 to November without receiving a wiring harness. Resale values crashed the moment BRP announced the shutdown. Tohatsu 50 and 60 horsepower models have documented catastrophic lower unit failures on relatively new engines with low hours. One owner, with a 2020 Tohatsu 60, reported complete shifting failure at only 13 hours. The idle detent disappeared, the shifter just moved back and forth, and the engine revved up uncontrollably. The boat would not go into reverse at all, and the owner required a complete lower unit replacement under warranty. Another owner with a Tohatsu 50 reported the propeller shaft shearing after just 30 hours with no impact. While running across the bay, the engine suddenly revved up and the boat slowed down. Multiple Texas owners described similar propeller shaft and lower unit component failures. Cylinder failures plague newer models, with one owner reporting the second cylinder cracking on a 60 horsepower engine. Compression dropped from 170 pounds per square inch to 71 pounds per square inch. The cylinder cracking charred spark plugs and ruined internal valves. A 2019 Tohatsu 40 experienced a leaky seal, causing the lower unit to run low on oil, seizing the upper bearing at only 200 hours. Cold start problems are common due to poor fuel pump design and terrible fuel line routing. Vibration and noise issues appear across the line, with entire boats buzzing so badly that screws and plates vibrate off. Let us step back and look at why all this matters. The outboard market is punishing bad quality in ways it never has before. During the pandemic boom, engine makers could sell anything. That time is over. When the biggest engine maker in America sends nearly its entire factory workforce home, you can see how severe this market correction really is. Interest rates changed everything. An outboard that cost $15,000 in 2020 now costs $19,000 with payments nearly double. Be sure not to get the wrong one. If this helped you learn what to avoid, be sure to subscribe and help us reach 1,000 subscribers.